Spend 48 hours locked in a room with 100 hens, and you walk out with $5 million. Sounds like easy money, right? That's exactly what William thought. Right up until the door slammed shut, and a wave of chickens got dumped in on top of him. In seconds the room turned into chaos. Feathers everywhere, wings flapping. Within 3 minutes the entire floor was covered in fresh chicken poop. The smell hit like a punch in the face, sharp, sour. Choking, William's eyes started watering. He covered his mouth and nose, but it did nothing. Gagging, he begged the host for help, so they tossed in a single can of air freshener. He sprayed like his life depended on it, and finally managed to breathe like a normal human again. For about 5 minutes, then the hens started a new round of destruction. They pecked at everything, knocked things over, and even jumped up on his bed, the only clean spot in the room. Desperate, William grabbed the feed and scattered it all over one corner, luring the flock away so they'd at least calm down and eat. It worked, but it created a new problem. The more they ate, the more they pooped. The pile on the floor got thicker and thicker, and the smell came back even worse. To distract himself from going insane, William stared into the camera and growled, "Get me a game console, or I'm seriously going to lose it." He was half joking. The host asked. They sent in a console, but the controller was locked in a metal cage, and the code to the padlock was written on a tag tied to one hen's leg. William just stood there for a second, completely done with life. HED already lasted hours in that stink, so quitting now felt too painful. So he sucked it up, waded back into the sea of chickens, and started grabbing hens one by one, lifting their legs to check the tags, dry heaving while cursing the show in his head. By the time he reached the 199th end, he finally found the right code. He punched it in, freed the controller, hooked everything up, and the moment the game turned on, he felt like HED been reborn. He froze on, eyes glued to the screen. He pretended the mountain of chicken poop around him didn't exist. That's how he forced himself through the entire first day. Day 2, late morning. The hunger hit. William's stomach was screaming, so he asked the host for food. They kindly sent him a fresh, steaming box of fried chicken. At that point he didn't care about dignity at all. He sat in front of the camera and tore into it. Grease on his hands, sauce around his mouth. The hens went strangely quiet for a few seconds, then like they suddenly understood what he was eating. The entire flock snapped. They exploded into a riot, flapping, pecking, charging him from all directions. The room leveled up from disgusting to hell mode in 1 second. William started dry heaving and shouted that he wanted out. Instead, the host tossed in a gas mask, and just to mess with him, a full rooster costume. They claimed that if he dressed as the chicken king, the hens would respect him. He pulled the outfit on anyway, half desperate, half hoping. It did absolutely nothing. The hens did not care. At that point, William was completely broken. He glanced at the timer. Still a long way to go before 48 hours. Finally he made his choice, took a breath, and slammed the exit button. Just like that, $2 million slipped right through his fingers. Be honest, how long do you think you could last in there?